Yeah. You know what's funny though? I think about this because I listen to Aaron Andrews and Carissa Thompson's podcast, Calm Down, where they talk about their jobs. Obviously, Aaron and Carissa too, like doing gigs like that at the NFL level, like the top of the top. And then like it's so funny to hear Aaron Andrews talk about like the stress is still there. Like
Mm.
things still go wrong. You still have wardrobe malfunctions. Stuff still just ain't right. And it's so funny because like that doesn't end. But it's like, isn't that why we do it anyway? Because it's so crazy and
Thrilling.
it's fun. Yeah.
Thrilling.
Isn't that why we do it?
It's psychotic.
All of
It's
us.
psychotic.
Yeah, anybody who loves to be a director, be a producer, be a runner, like shoot games, especially if you're like the camera guy who's got the RF and you're on the move, like, isn't that why we
Adrenaline.
kind of do it? There's something wrong with us.
It's an exhausting job, but it's a rewarding job because it truly is a 3 straight hour adrenaline rush of I need this, I need it right now.
You know what's funny is like you've done so many gigs in the truck or like on that side of things. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a position that you like the best?
I like replay. I like replay a lot.
Really?
Because they cut to you as the replay operator, and then they cut away from you, and then you're back in your little kind of shadow of screens where you're seeing every single camera feed. You can roll back every single camera feed. You can organize. You can create little in and out points, create clips, create little banks, organize the banks by, offense, like highlights for the offense, highlights for the defense, funny clips, atmosphere. You really are in a lot of ways like a live video editor. Because a lot of times when you first go to broadcast, a lot of times you are immediately cutting to, you're seeing fans in the stands, the line outside the stadium, the players warming up in like one after the other. Those aren't live shots. Those are all shots that were accumulated over 1 to 2 hours prior to the broadcast beginning that the replay operator has clipped and assembled. And it's an exact time length. It's exactly 40 seconds. And Savanna, you'll know as someone who speaks on camera, you have exactly 40 seconds. You got to get your whole hit in 40 seconds. And I'm just making the number up. It could be any number, but yeah, it's wildly thrilling. Yeah, and then you have to go from that package to then we're going to this graphic, and sometimes they'll load graphics on the replay machine. Like, it's truly endless. Like, it's one big puzzle.
I love either when I'm in a truck or when I can sometimes hear it in my ear of just like, all right, give me that jumper, give me the jumper. And then it's like, boom, the jumper.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. That is so cool. I think that's such a fascinating side of the truck, of just like the dynamic of the director asking for the shots and then the producer telling us like, especially if you're doing color, so much of the replay highlights, like it's so funny, like your job as the color analyst and the 3-play is interconnected, but you don't ever see or interact with that person.
Nope.
Like, if we're going to break, I've got the producer in my ear saying, I'm going to show you those 2 threes, like, and here they come, here are the threes, and it's like, you just got to like talk over them, and somebody pulled that and clipped that and ran it. And I never really like saw that guy.
It's funny because it changes on a moment's notice depending on what happens in the game. So, like, let's say, you know that a break is coming up. We're playing basketball, and there was like a big dunk early in the quarter. It's like, okay, I want that dunk, and I want the celebration to break. And then we're approaching break, and then suddenly another big play happens. We're like, no, scratch the dunk. I want that play. I want that play. I want it right now. We're going to break right now. Give it to me right now. And you're like, oh my God, let me clear the table of everything I just had and try to throw this together with no notice at all. The only thing I could compare a broadcast truck to that even kind of like touches it is when I've watched like The Bear, and you hear a kitchen staff where you're the kitchen's like, I need the plate.
Yeah.
I need this ingredient. I need that ingredient. How much time on this? How much time on that? And it's just that loud. It's fast. And like, I get it. I've never worked in a kitchen, but I kind of get it because it's just adrenaline. It's super fast.
I would be so fascinated to hear if, like, I would love to know somebody who's worked in a kitchen and a broadcast truck.
We have to find
You know what?
someone.
That's funny. I love that part of, I also love The Bear. It's like one of my favorite shows that's been on TV recently. My favorite scenes and sequences are when you're hearing like Carmi like call out like fire this, fire that. I need 3 of it. Like that is always my favorite part of the show. I never put 2 and 2 together. That's also some of my favorite things to hear work wise. I love
Yep.
when I get to hear that.
Yep. And it stresses you out like to an
It
unexplainable
feels so
degree.
good though.
But truly, when that show is over, you are like, oh my God, we just did that thing. That was a show. And it gives you an appreciation for broadcast television that like most people don't have when you're just kind of mindlessly watching a game. Like all the things that go into the broadcast, like you can't even really conceive of it sometimes, especially when it's a big production, Sunday Night Football, the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals. Like, I mean, I haven't done anything that scale. I can't even imagine what that's like.
No, I can't either. I can't either.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip. For more on sports media and working in the industry, subscribe to the How to Cook a Goose podcast.